139.
Repeating the aspiration for excellent conduct. Page 117.
Sanjay Seji Ona Shubha Deta Chuchi Na Malu Partanche Jawa Taki Kamwa Dedang Maham Mise Janso Yanchi Yena Jatsu Jagu Jawa Kunji Yante Ratu Jiyante Warshema Tanje Taki Meto
The main part of the prayer toward the bottom of page 119. Page 120.
Lai ke dan nu je ke Paru Chinna Rapsun Te Chanchun Semnia Namya Jemar.
Page 121.
Deda Malu Yunso Jamarshu. Leda Nyumon Tuchi Lena Lea Doshin Jiten Rowanam Su. Tita Pemo Chubia Chapa She Nida Namka Topa Metar. Shinge Choda Choda Jitsam. Yen Son Tukla Raptu Shivaje. Dewa Tala Droma Kundra. Droma Tanche Alani Pembarje. Chancho Chupa Yunso Zoje. Senche Ataki Chudan Tombar. Zampo Chupa Takni Aratu Jimahon Kapa Kuntu Chuparju. Taki Chudan Tombar Kancho. Deda Tani Tatu Trobar. Ludang Nam Namni Semche Chan Chupa Tata Bola Chitu. Dala Zambo Chula Tepe.
Page 122.
Takia Namya Yemi. Sanjaya Senchia Kowe Kombo. Monson Tatu Takia Jawata. Mahakapa Kuntu Micho Deda Layan Chupa Chache. Jawan Nanchia Tampe Chuzim. Chancho Chupa Kuntu Namar. Zambo Chupa Namar Jamaya Makapa Kuntu Chepar. Sipa Tamche Duyam Kovana Sona Yeshe Adati Mize. Tata Shera Tingze Anandar Tanyute Kunje Mize Sutur. Dune Shina Te Shinde Sanjaya Micha Sanjaya. Sanjaya Sechio Na Shupala Chancho Chepa Chuchia Tawar. Deta Malu Tamchea Chuksoya Tratsa Chula Tusum Sene. Sanjaya Shina Chanso Dan Kapa Chatso Chuchia Ratu. Sunchea Yela Chatso Draki Chia Jawa Kunya Yela Nanda. Droma Kunjia Sampa Jishem. Sanjaya Sona Tatu Jubar. Tusan Shepe Jawa Tanche. Kono Zona Ratu Komai. Deda Kiyan Sunya Mizeala. Noia Tochi Tacharatu. Magapa Tanchea Juparya. Kichi Chikia Tachan Jupar. Kaya Kapa Tusan Sedeta. Kichi Chashia Chinia Shupar. Tusan Shepa Meya Sengeya Kandeda Keche Chita Takeata. Tatu Deda Gini Chuyola. Chumar Chubea Namtar Tochea. Kaya Tusan Taki Shinko. Deda Tuchea Tendung Bar.
Page 124.
Shingia Kolajo. Kaya Majorjin. Romana Deda Rimpat Sanja Kolo. Yangente Paratu Shitar Kopo Koshi.
Next part of the prayer, fourth line, page 124. Top of page 125. Page 126. Page 127.
Yudu Amalu Yunso Jamor Yeshea Dania Zundan Sendan Taditan Kato Nandan Depar Tudam Mutem Mapo Demir Titin Sunam Chanchu Shiman Chuchu Tenur Dros One Semchem Emchir Dedo Oloratu Kortuna Dedan Chepa Tamche Kayan Zambo Chupe Mulam Chama Dani Chokan Lopa Deya Naba Mupa Sanje.
Top of page 128.
Kita Chenchia Pavada Kunto Zambo Deyan Deshem Deda Kunjia Jesu Dalu Chia Gema Dida Tamjia Zempeya Jawa Tamjia Chia Mowa Kala Chutua Ngapaje Nakia Gewea Zawa Diko Jan Sampo Chuchia Raptua Mowar Naki Siwea Duchea Drupana Dripa Tanchea Tahni Chilsa Munson Nawata Ye Deto Ne Dewa Chenji Shinde Ratu Deso Neni Amola Dida Chantanche Amalu Modur Juma Deda Malu Daki Yonso Kan Chiten Chise Semchem Pepper Jawe Jirko Zanchi Gawa De Pemo Dapa Shidu Zele Namataye Jawe Gunson Lonte Ampaya Daki Teto Dene Daki Lonte Arato Ne Trupa Mampo Chewa Chacha Loya Tochia Chochua Namso Semchea Namla Pempa Mapo Chupea Mola Tapa Gewa Chunzea Taki Chisa Dene Drovea Mola Gewa Kechi Chiki Atanchea Chuma Sampo Chupa Yonsong Opa Sonantaye Atapa Kanto Choma Toka Chuma Chima Opa Mebe Nera Topa Mula Japo Choki Sotaye and Roma Kola Benje Onto Sampo Jempe Shundra Genso Nena Malu Topa.
Maitreya's Aspiration, page 130. I prostrate to all the Buddhas and also to the Bodhisattvas, sages who have the divine eye. I prostrate to the Shravakas. I also bow to Bodhicitta, which blocks all paths to the lower realms, reveals the path to the higher realms, and leads to freedom from aging and death. Whatever misdeeds I have done, because my mind was overpowered, I go into the presence of the Buddhas and confess them. May any merit I have gathered, performing the three types of actions, become the seed of my omniscience. May my enlightenment be inexhaustible. Page 131. The Buddhas know and rejoice in the offerings given to the Buddhas in the realms of the 10 directions, and I rejoice in them as well. I confess all my wrongdoing, and I rejoice in every merit. I prostrate to all the Buddhas. May I gain supreme pristine wisdom. I call upon the Bodhisattvas who dwell on the 10th level in the 10 directions to awaken to great supreme enlightenment. After supreme enlightenment, the Maras and their hordes subdued, may they turn the wheel of Dharma and give succor to living beings. May the sound of the great drum of Dharma liberate beings from suffering. May you remain and teach the Dharma for infinite millions of eons. Page 132. We sink into the mud of desire, bound tight by the cords of existence. Supreme of gods and humans, look upon us who are bound by all the fetters. The Buddhas do not vilify those who have been mentally stained. May they, with kind and loving hearts, bring free beings from the ocean of existence. May it follow the example of the perfect Buddhas who are present. Those who are past and those to come, may I perform the acts of awakening. May I perfect the 6 paramitas and liberate beings of the 6 realms. May I realize the 6 clairvoyances and achieve unexcelled enlightenment. They are unborn. They won't arise. They have no nature. There's no place. There's no cognition. There are no things. May I realize that dharmas are empty. Page 133. Just as the Buddhas, the great sages, may I realize there are no beings, no life, no individuals, no nurturers, nor any self. Things that are grasped as me or mine do not abide in anything. To help all sentient beings, may I instantly give generously. Since things do not exist as things, may I spontaneously have wealth. Since everything disintegrates, may I perfect transcendent giving. With conduct of faultless discipline, discipline that's completely pure, discipline free of arrogance, may I perfect transcendent discipline. Not dwelling like the elements of earth and water, fire and wind. Patience does not get angry, so may I perfect transcendent patience. Through undertaking diligence, stable, excited, free of sloth, with strength of body and mind, may I perfect transcendent diligence. Through the illusion-like samadhi, through the heroic stride samadhi, through the vajra-like samadhi, may I perfect transcendent meditation. Through the 3 gates of liberation, the equality of the 3 times, and manifesting 3 awarenesses, may I perfect transcendent wisdom. May that which the Buddhas praise, the blaze of radiance and glory, and the diligence of bodhisattvas, fulfill completely my intentions. May I perform such conduct, like him who is renowned for kindness, complete the 6 paramitas, and dwell on the peak of the 10th level. Top of page 135. Through the infinite merit of acting thus, may I give up forever the bad rebirths, hells, hungry ghosts, animals, demigods, and reach the state of the Buddha Maitreya. When the victorious Maitreya and Simha perform the deeds of Buddhas in the future, may I, too, dwell in supreme awakening, and then receive the highest prophecy. From this virtue, in each and every life, may I be human, follow a good master, shoulder the burden of the being's sufferings, and serve the teachings of Maitreya. Aspiration from the Way of the Bodhisattva, page 136. By the merit of having written the Way of the Bodhisattva, may every wandering being enter the Bodhisattva's ways. May everyone in all directions whose anguish or disease in body or mind gain through my merit an ocean of happiness. As long as they are in samsara, may their happiness never wane. May beings continuously obtain the Bodhisattva's joy. May all the beings in the hells, as many as there are, in every universe, delight in the joys of the blissful realm. Page 137. May all those stricken by cold find warmth, those stricken by heat be cooled, by boundless oceans of waters born from the great clouds of bodhisattvas. May sword-leaf forests become for them thick groves of sandalwood. May the trunks of shamali trees grow into wish-fulfilling trees. May the regions of the hells become delightful with lakes of aromatic lotuses. Made beautiful by gray geese, ducks, ruddy geese, white swans, and so forth, calling pleasantly. May the heaps of embers become mounds of jewels, the burning ground become a crystal floor. May the crushing mountains also become temples of worship that are filled with sugatas. From today onward, may the rains of lava, embers, and weaponry be a rain of flowers. May those who smite each other with their weapons from now on placefully toss flowers instead. Page 138. May those sunk in the unfordable river, whose water is like fire, their flesh all fallen off, their bones as white as jasmine flowers, by the pristine power of virtue achieve the body of a god, dwell in goddesses' company by the Mandakini. What frightens so the terrible henchmen of the Lord of Death, the crowds and vultures? Whose might, they wonder, this fine power, dispelling the gloom all round and bringing us joy? Looking up, may they see Vajrapani blazing in the center of the sky. Freed of misdeeds by the power of utter joy, may they consort with him. Seeing a rain of blossoms mixed with scented water, drench and extinguish the infernal conflagrations. Page 139. May the beings in hell be sated with a sudden pleasure, and wondering why that is, behold their Padmapani. Friends, cast away your fear and hurry here. Who could this be? Now come to us. Relieving all of our suffering, exuding the energy of joy, protecting beings from all joy, the Bodhisattva who has roused compassion. The youth with hair and a topknot, who dispels our every fear. Behold, see how 100 gods revere his lotus feet with their tiaras. His eyes are moist with compassion. A shower of many flowers falls upon his head. Look at this lovely palace where 1,000 goddesses praise him in song. May the denizens of hell let forth such a clamor when they behold Manjugosha. Page 140. Then through my virtue, may the beings in the hells, seeing a cloud of bodhisattvas free of obscurations, led by Samantabhadra, shower down on them a comforting, cool, fragrant rain, taking true delight. Middle of page 140. The animals' fear of being eaten by one another vanish. Like humans in Uttarakuru, may hungry ghosts be happy. May streams of milk flowing from the hands of noble Lokeshvara ever satiate, bathe, and refresh the Preta hungry ghosts. May everyone who's blind now see. May the deaf always hear. May the pregnant give birth without pain, just like Queen Maya Devi. Page 141. May those who are naked obtain clothing, the hungry acquire food. May those who are thirsty procure water and delicious beverages. May beggars gain prosperity. Those racked with grief gain joy. May the despondent be relieved and have great stability. May every being who is sick be swiftly cured of illness. May none of wanderers' maladies ever occur again. May those who are frightened have no fears. May all in bonds be freed. May the powerless be powerful and friendly with each other. May all directions be propitious for every traveler. May they accomplish without effort the aims for which they travel. May they embark on boats and ships, accomplish their intentions, and may they swiftly reach the shore to rejoice with their families. Page 142, third line. May those astray on desolate paths meet travelers and journey unafraid of bandits, tigers, and such with ease and unfatigued. May the young and old without protection, in wretched roadless wilds, asleep, inebriated, or mad, be guarded by the gods. Freed of all lack of leisure, may they have faith, compassion, and prajna. May they with perfect food and conduct recall their past lives always. May all have wealth as endless as the treasury of the sky, enjoying it as they wish, and without quarreling or threats. Page 143. May beings with little vitality be vigorous and robust. May those ascetics with bad physiques have the most sublime bodies. May all the women in the world become powerful people. May those who are lowly gain high status and also vanquish pride. May every being without exception, through this merit of mine, abandon all misdeeds and then act virtuously always. Never parted from bodhicitta, may they engage in enlightened conduct. May they be accepted by the Buddhas and get up acts of the martyrs. every sentient being have immeasurably long life. May all live happily forever. May the word death be unheard. Page 144. May pleasure groves of wishing trees, filled with Dharma, proclaimed by Buddhas and the Buddha's offspring, abound in all directions. Everywhere may the ground be free of gravel and so forth, as even as the palm, as smooth as Vaidurya in nature. May great assemblies of bodhisattvas be seated all around, and may they beautify the earth with their magnificence. May all corporeal beings hear the unceasing sound of Dharma from every bird, tree, and light ray, and even from the sky. May they perpetually encounter the Buddhas and their children, and with the boundless clouds of offerings, revere the teacher of beings. Page 145. May the gods make the rains fall in season. May crops be excellent. May monarchs act according to Dharma, and may the people thrive. May medicines be efficacious, and mantras be accomplished. May Dakinis and Rakshasas and such be compassionate. May no sentient being be miserable, none wicked, none diseased. May none be fearful or despised. Let no one be unhappy. Thriving with reading and recitation, may the temples be well established. May the Sangha, always harmonious, accomplish its purposes. May bhikshus with the wish to train find solitary places. Give up all distraction and meditate with minds that are workable. Page 146. May the bhikshunis be supported and give up quarrels and harm. May everyone who has gone forth have unbroken discipline. May those broken vows repent and always giving up wrong be born in the higher realms and keep their vows inviolate. May panditas be venerated and also receive alms. Their mind streams pure. May they be known in every direction. Without enduring the lower realm's pains or undergoing hardship, with a body better than that of a god, may beings soon become Buddhas. May every being frequently make offerings to all Buddhas. May they be happy always with the Buddha's infinite bliss. The Bodhisattva's wishes for the sake of beings fulfilled. May sentient beings easily gain what the protectors intend. Page 147, line 3. Likewise, may the Pratyeka Buddhas and Travakas be happy, until Manjughosha's, through Manjughosha's kindness, may I achieve the level of joyous. Always may I recall my lives, go forth and be ordained. Even with meager fare, may I live with vitality. In all my lives, may I find places of perfect solitude. Whenever I have the wish to see him, or ask of him a question, May I see without impediment Manjushri, the protector. Just as Manjushri acts to achieve the benefit of all beings, to the ends of space and the 10 directions, may my deeds be the same as his. For as long as space endures, as long as there are beings to be tamed, I will remain to eliminate the sufferings of beings. Whatever the sufferings of wanderers, may they all ripen upon me. May the Sangha Bodhisattvas bring beings to happiness. Sole cure for being suffering, wellspring of all content. May the teachings remain for a long time, supported and respected. I bow to Manjushri, through whose kindness a virtuous mind arose. I also bow to my masters, whose kindness made me thrive. Page 149. I prostrate with respect to those who see all there is to know directly and have found peerless perfection of all supreme qualities, and to the genuine Dharma and the Sangha of the Bodhisattva. The boundless emanations of his body illumine boundless realms of boundless space. The boundless radiance of Amitayus pervades all boundless beings in samsara. I prostrate to our foremost guide, who has perfected the light of compassion of all-knowing victors, who shines the light of wisdom that dispels the pitch dark of conception and existence. His streaming beams of light fill every realm. Even the slightest glance cast from his eyes of wisdom quells the entire horde of martyrs. I prostrate to his body's boundless light. Page 150, line 2. I prostrate to the one whose kaya of liberation, freed of peace and existence, never leaves the expanse of essence, ablaze with marks and signs that teach wherever a being to tame is found. A single utterance of his with 60 traits explains all dharmas and engages beings according to their faculties in all times and directions. I prostrate to the light of boundless speech. I prostrate to the effortless, spontaneous, right words that transcend speech, thought, and description. The inconceivable secret of speech that teaches the supreme excellent path. Naturally luminous, unseen like space, the play of all-encompassing pristine wisdom expands the mandala that knows all that there is to know. I prostrate to the light of boundless mind. Page 151. Though all phenomena are naturally pacified, unceasing appearances are dazzling. Your vision is totally pure and pacified, but likewise you see all. I bow to you. You're the wish-fulfilling sustenance for beings, the infinite body, speech, mind, pristine wisdom, the immeasurable compassion and activity. O Amitabha, I always prostrate to you. I mentally take and offer to the Sugatas bodies and riches, both real and imagined, to all the ends of space that are not owned. Think of this lowly one with love and take my gifts. I confess and admit all misdeeds and offenses that I or any other being has done. May we never commit such acts again. May karmic obscuration be forever extinguished. I rejoice in all the merit of the victors and their children, the listeners, self-Buddhas and wanderers. I ask all Buddhas of the 10 directions to turn the wheel of the Mahayana Dharma, page 152, second line. I pray then to remain, not passing beyond, for infinitely many eons of oceans of eons. I dedicate any virtue done in the 3 times to great awakening for the benefit of others, until I reach the essence of enlightenment. In this and all my births, and in the future, may I be cared for by exalted lamas, and may my bodhicitta never wane. May I gain the highest leisure and riches, with good family, body, wealth, and Dharma friends. May I train step by step in the Buddha's teachings with interest, diligence, and carefulness. May any act that leads to birth in the 3 lower realms and any other leisureless worlds in the unbearable samsara in this lifetime ripen on me fully, never to be experienced in another lifetime. Page 153. May I perfect giving, discipline, forbearance, diligence, meditation, wisdom, wondrous means and aspiration, power, and oceans of primordial wisdom. Without regard for life or limb, my mind made workable, my being tamed through solitude, wish with the Dharma of scripture and realization. May I be always loving and aware. The essence of samsara is nirvana. The essence of conception, pristine wisdom. May I have wisdom that knows the dharmata, transcending either single or multiple. May I, unhindered, enter the qualities of the Sugatas who dwell in the profound interdependence, the Dharmakaya, definitive and unelaborate, with powers, qualities, pristine wisdom, activity, and so forth. Wherever I go, my mind filled with delight, may I act utterly purely with my body and mind. My speech melodious, may I teach the oceans of Dharma, and be just like the Bodhisattvas in my conduct. Page 154, second line. Until I attain such qualities as those, may I have riches and the deathless life that conquers all adversity entirety. May I accomplish all my aims just as I wish. And when this life's appearances are soon to disappear, may I be blessed by the Sukata and his children. May I realize the radiant, innate meaning, and then may infinite gods and goddesses come bearing various offerings to welcome me. My mind full of great bliss, may I easily go to the completely pure realm of Dewa Chen. Stainless appearance, its nature Dharmadhatu. There in that realm, in a mass of orange light, may I see the Lord of Dharma, Amitabha, in the center of a lotus, on great heap of jewels, together with 1,000 billion bhikshus. Page 155. Red like the setting evening sun, blazing radiant, surrounded by a sangha of the children of the victors, may behold the Bhagavan, whose sight can't satisfy. And and then receive a prophecy and great enlightenment. May then emanate completely perfect, amazing, glorious bodies, infinite, the fruit of great accumulations of virtue, and sing auspicious melodies in praise of that Bhagavan. May I be inseparable always from the great Maitreya, Manjushri, Samantabhadra, Chenrezi, Vajrapani, and the other bodhisattvas. May I engage equally in the ways of liberation by acting illusory on oceans of liberations. May I take up all means of the oceans of Mahayana, achieve the realizations of oceans of pristine wisdom, liberate all wanderers from the oceans of existence. May I continually purify the oceans of Buddha realms, increase the oceans of the two accumulations, and ripen and mature oceans of sentient beings. May I accomplish the oceans of aspirations. Just as the Buddhas of the past developed bodhicitta, made aspirations, performed deeds, and had great power, so too may I bring every single sentient being swiftly to the state of Buddhahood. We'll have a half-hour break and resume the fourth session at 4 o'clock. And the Chakchen Monlam it's also in a different place. They're not bundled together.
Where is it? Where we find? This is 156. It's
they don't. It's a different thing.